Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking cleansers. I have been testing so many good hydrating cleansers over the last 6 months or so. Some of these I've been using longer, some of them are newer in my collection, but they are all hydrating. And even though they're different consistencies, different textures, I might use them at different time of the day or season. I'm gonna get into all of that for each cleanser. They are all hydrating. They leave the skin feeling bouncy, feeling nice and moist and plump and not stripped the way that some cleansers can do. So I'm going to talk you through all of my favorite hydrating cleansers that I've discovered recently. First up, I have the Klur Gentle Matter Dandelion and Olive Daily Moisture Cleanser. So this is $40 for 3.4 ounces. You've heard me speak about Klur before. They are one of my favorite recent skincare discoveries. Klur is an indie beauty brand. They're a Black-owned beauty brand, and they do incredible botanical but also science-forward skincare. So Gentle Matter is a gel cleanser. It's probably the most classic gel cleanser of the bunch here. But even though it's a gel cleanser, it's very low lather. You're not going to get a lot of foam from this. It is a clear gel that has a nice grippiness. So it doesn't just slide off of your face. It actually gives you some time to work it into the skin, and it's incredibly gentle. It does contain these really beautiful botanicals like green tea water, rosemary extract, dandelion extract, papaya extract. I know there are several other botanical ingredients in here. It doesn't have any added scent, but it does in itself have a kind of fresh scent, but it's super light. Like, I don't think you'll notice it unless you're actually looking for a scent. I really like this in the morning, and I've also really enjoyed using it as a second cleanse after I use an oil cleanser or a balm cleanser. I find that this is really good at getting off any excess second cleanser, like if I have any oily residue left behind, or if I'm worried about any makeup or SPF left behind, this makes sure that all of that comes off, but it really does not strip the skin. And I know that some cleansers, some gel cleansers especially, can be a little bit stripping for people, and this one is definitely one that will leave your skin feeling nice and hydrated and balanced and plump and ready for whatever skincare comes next. The next gel cleanser is the Dr. Loreta Gentle Hydrating Cleanser with Marine Peptides. First of all, this is an incredible value for price per ounce. It's $35, and this bad boy is 6.7 fluid ounces. So it's huge, and it comes with a pump, which is really nice. So does the Klur. I don't know if I mentioned that. This is a glass bottle. This is plastic. This cleanser is so interesting. It's unlike any other gel cleanser I've tried in that it's a really rich gel. So even though it comes out as this clear gel, it has this richness and this viscosity to it that gives it a nice grippy feeling, and it doesn't veer into like balm territory, but it has a body and a weight to it. So it really gives you time to work it into the skin, and it has this beautiful jelly texture that doesn't just slide off your face, and it gives you a beautiful hydrating cleanse. I think the textural component of this is really, really nice, and it's kind of one of those things that makes you want to keep cleansing your skin because it feels so good. And it's beautiful as a morning cleanse, it's beautiful as a second cleanse, it's beautiful on its own. Even though it's a gel cleanser, it has enough richness and enough hydration to it that I think even dry skins will really enjoy this. So it's been a newer love in my life. I've had it in my routine for probably the last 2 months or so, and I can't stop using it because it's so satisfying texturally to use. This doesn't have any added synthetic fragrance, but it does contain a couple of botanicals. I think there's ginger root extract, and also I think there's chamomile extract in this too, like there was in the Klur. So it has a really light, refreshing scent, but nothing heavy at all. They do formulate for sensitive skins. Of course, everyone's skin is different. If you have any essential oil sensitivities, this may not be for you, but otherwise, I don't think the fragrance in this will be offensive to most. And it's a wash-off product, so it's not going to have long-term consequences contact with your skin. But I think a lot of people and a lot of different skin types will really enjoy this. Moving into slightly richer cleansers, I have a classic, the La Roche Posay Toleriane Hydrating Gentle Cleanser. This is the cleanser that I would recommend for sensitive skins, for acne-prone skins. It is almost like a gel meets a milky cleanser. It's sort of a hybrid texture. It's definitely more on the lightweight side than a true milky cream cleanser, but it has that kind of serum-y quality that when the water touches it, turns into a thinner consistency that you're able to spread really easily the way you would with a gel cleanser, for example. This definitely has the best value of all of the cleansers I'm going to mention today. It's about $15 for 13.5 fluid ounces, or 400 milliliters. And it's available at the drugstore, it's available at Ulta, Target. So it's one of the most, probably the most accessible cleanser I'm going to talk about today, both in terms of price point as well as like retail availability. So this cleanser is oil-free, it's fragrance-free, it's definitely formulated with sensitive skins in mind. The Toleriane line from La Roche Posay is very much formulated around skin strengthening, barrier strengthening. So you're going to see ingredients in this like ceramides that do help strengthen the skin barrier. It is still a wash-off product, so you're not going to get all of the benefits of the ceramides that are in here, but still it does help fortify your skin. And I think if you are struggling with any barrier issues or eczema or psoriasis, any of those, this is a great option for you. And of course, as it says in the name, it is very hydrating. It leaves your skin nice and soft and plump and ready for skincare. I also think there's something really approachable about a big bottle of cleanser that comes in a pump like this. Especially if you have kids, if you have teenagers, if you're trying to get other family members to wash their face a little bit more often, something like this is great because it's big enough to be shared, and it also doesn't feel, there's something about La Roche Posay that feels approachable in terms of branding. It's like skincare for everybody and not super specialized skincare or too luxe or high end. There's something about this that I think invites regular use. So at this point, I've mentioned 2 gel cleansers and one sort of milkier gel cleanser, hybrid cleanser. So these are all cleansers that I would use as a second cleanse or as my morning cleanse. The next cleansers I'm going to mention, so the last 4, are all cleansers that I would actually use if I were not wearing makeup, but I were only wearing SPF at the end of the day. So for me, these are creamy, milkier cleansers that I think do a really good job of breaking down SPF and can be used on their own as your end of day cleanser, or can be used twice on their own as your first and second cleanse because they're rich enough, milky enough, creamy enough that they can do sort of double duty of both breaking down SPF and also cleansing the skin. The first of these creamier cleansers is the Skinfix Barrier Plus Foaming Oil Cleanser Sulfate-Free Hydrating Wash. So Skinfix is a brand that's built entirely around sensitive skins, so they don't add fragrance. They are very gentle in all of their formulations, both cleansers and leave-on products. So if you have any barrier issues, if you have sensitive skin, if you're fragrance sensitive, Skinfix is a great line for you. Now, I find the name of this cleanser to be a bit confusing. It actually put me off from trying this for a while because it just didn't sound like something that I necessarily was gravitating towards. So this is called the Foaming Oil Cleanser. And I don't know if that actually captures the real texture of this product. To me, this is like a creamy cleanser that has oily properties to it, but the foam is very, very light. It is present if you really work this into your skin, if you work it into a lather and you use quick motions to sort of whip up that lather. And I do think obviously it foams a little bit more than a traditional cream cleanser, but it is not at all what I would think of as a traditional foaming cleanser. And I know that a lot of us have a sort of negative association with the word foaming. We think of those really bubbly, super foamy cleansers of like the 90s that leave your skin totally stripped. So for me, the word foaming does this cleanser a little bit of an injustice because it is texturally so pleasant. It's really milky, it's creamy, it's still a fluid texture that you're able to move around and manipulate on the skin really easily. But it's not so rich that it leaves the skin feeling like there's a film or like you put on a moisturizer. It rinses clean while leaving your skin really moisturized and hydrated. And it's something that I trust to break down SPF, but also I can use as a cleanser on its own without it being too rich. The next cream cleanser is the Jordan Samuel Skin Matinee Cream Cleanser. Now, I love every cleanser that Jordan Samuel Skin has ever put out. I love the original Matinee cleanser, the gel cleanser. I love the After Show treatment cleanser. That's his cleansing balm. So of course, I shouldn't have been surprised that I love this so much, but it's not what I expected in a great way. So this is a cream cleanser that's very, very lightweight. It's not your white, milky cream cleanser. It actually contains silt in it, as well as other more emollient ingredients like sesame oil. And what the silt does is it actually has like a kind of purifying quality to it. So this is a cream cleanser that I would actually even recommend to oily or acne prone skin types because that silt quality, you don't feel it at all. It's not scrubby at all, but it gives the cream cleanser this extra cleansing ability. For me, it seems to balance my oils, like if I'm having a really oily day, while also still being hydrating and moisturizing and giving me a really thorough cleanse. So I think this is a really unique product in that it's a cream cleanser that will work for a lot of different skin types. It also has the classic Jordan Samuel Skin scent. I think there's like cucumber and aloe. It just has a very, very light, fresh scent. It's beautiful. I think it's great for sensitive skin types as well. There's no added scent, but it just has those botanical properties that helps it smell a little bit fresh and clean. And I am almost out of this. I've really, really been enjoying it both as a first and second cleanse, and also as my only cleanse if I'm only wearing SPF that day. And this is $28 for the 4-ounce tube. The last two cleansers are traditional cream cleansers, and I have to admit that I avoided cream cleansers for a long time in my life. I had terrible acne and cystic acne in my teens and in my earlier 20s, and I think that really scarred me from trying out heavier cleansers. Like, to me, cleansers were something that I wanted to take off the oil and give me a really thorough cleanse. I'm still oily combo. I'm definitely oilier in the hot months. I can feel my skin getting oilier as we're moving into summer. But I've come to really, really appreciate a cream cleanser for the elegance, like the textural elegance, and also for their hydrating property. I've realized that a really well-formulated cream cleanser actually can help balance your oils and can help balance your skin by giving you the hydration that you need without clogging your pores. And a well-formulated cleanser will not leave that filmy, tacky feeling on the skin. The lighter of the two cream cleansers that I'm going to talk about is the Holy Frog Tashmoo Water Lily Nourishing Milky Wash. And this is $35 for 5 fluid ounces. This and the Roche Posay are probably the two cleansers I've been using the longest, that I have the most experience with. And this cleanser is actually the cream cleanser that made me fall in love with cream cleansers. So this is really well named. It's a milky wash. So it is a cream cleanser, but it actually is a little bit more fluid. It's not quite as dense as some other cream cleansers out there. And so it gives you a really nice fluidity and spreadability across the skin. I actually love using this to break down SPF at the end of the day. I use this in the shower if I'm washing my face in the shower, just to counteract any of the heat or the transepidermal water loss that happens in the shower. And I find that this is extremely gentle and it leaves my skin feeling really, really soft and moisturized. I think really, really oily skins or really oily and acne prone skins might find this a little bit too rich, but even if you're combo like I am, I think you'll really really appreciate this texture and the fact that it rinses completely clean. There's also no added fragrance in here, but it does have this really beautiful, light, refreshing scent that comes from the botanical extracts in here. So there's no essential oils. The brand also says you can use this to remove makeup. I have not tried it that way because I like to use a cleansing balm or a cleansing oil first, but I think you could, and I can see how that would work because this has that creamy, slightly emollient texture that would be good for breaking down makeup or SPF. And the last and richest cream cleanser is the Stratia Velvet Cleansing Milk. So this comes out as the truest cream texture. It has a bit of body, that really creamy, yummy quality. And this is beautiful, especially if you have dry skin. I think you'll really enjoy it because it has that rich, lush, creamy, milky quality that really allows you to moisturize and hydrate the skin as you're cleansing. If you really, really hate that stripped clean feeling, you want the opposite of that. You want something creamy and sort of cushiony and velvety on the skin, this is going to be the one for you. It contains beautiful ingredients like aloe and a water-soluble olive oil that gives the creaminess to this cleanser. And this bottle is 4 ounces and it's $15. So I actually like to keep this in the shower, and it's so moisturizing and creamy that I sometimes even use it as like an in-shower mask. So I will apply it all over the skin, and then I will leave it on the skin as I'm washing my body or shaving my legs, rinsing out my hair, whatever. And because it is so creamy, it sort of stays on the skin a little bit, and then I rinse it off at the very, very end of my shower with lukewarm water before I step out of the shower. It's not how the brand recommends you using it, but it is a really nice way to kind of prevent that dry, tight feeling after a hot shower, that feeling of transepidermal water loss, and I find that it really soothes and calms my skin. The brand also says that this will break down makeup and SPF. Again, I don't use it for makeup, but I definitely could see it working for that purpose if you wanted just one cleanser that's going to do it all. And Stratia is an indie brand that's based here in LA that I've followed since its inception. And I recently had the chance to meet the founder, Ali. She was very sweet, very kind. So, you know, I really like to support indie brands when I can, especially if the product is really amazing, like so many of the ones that I've shared here. So just to do a quick roundup before I close out this video, there are 2 gel cleansers I love from Klur as well as from Dr. Loreta. Both are very plush, beautiful, won't give you that stripped skin feeling. Then I've got 2 options that are great for sensitive skins because they are fragrance-free as well as essential oil-free. So the Tolerian hydrating cleanser from Roche Posay, which is kind of this milky gel cleanser, and the Skinfix Barrier Plus cleanser, which is slightly richer and creamier than the Roche Posay, but still not a true cream cleanser. Then I've got the cream cleanser that will even work for oily combo skin types, the Jordan Samuel Matinee Cream Cleanser. And lastly, the 2 true cream cleansers, the Holy Frog Tashmoo Milky Wash, which is on the lighter side, and the Stratia Velvet Cleansing Milk if you want something a little bit richer, and if you have truly dry skin, you'll love this. I really think there's something here for everyone. We live in such an exciting time where skincare technology has come so far, and the textures and the options that are available to us are infinite. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope it's something that you can reference if you're on the hunt for the perfect cleanser. If you did enjoy, I'd love for you to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!